Okay, YouTube's back up again. I really don't understand what the issue is here. Because when we look, all right, let's look at on day one, it did not crash at all. I played through 7 hours, no crashing whatsoever. Did I crash three times on day two as well? I crashed 3 times on day two. I think I crashed twice on day three, twice on day four. Is my third time crashing on day fucking 5. I don't get it. Why does my computer keep crashing when I play games? Overheating, insufficient power. You know what? It could be the overheating because I do have this blanket over here. And so I wonder if when the computer kicks into it kicks into any heavy stuff that maybe the blanket ends up like causing it to bounce back, like it's not getting enough space for it to push out heat. I mean, we can remove it, see if that does anything. It's never caused me issues before. That's the only thing that I can think of, because if all the programs were shut down, there is no other reason for the computer to crash like that. And it doesn't make any sense because the I mean, I guess this is the first time I've tried streaming on the computer, but I've used this computer plenty of times and it's never had this issue before. It's so confusing. I mean, I guess little by little you narrow down what might be the issue. Could potentially be a fix. All right. Well, what's the gaming? Um, really. I want to go at a high enough angle. I think we need to go higher. Because if this ends up being the fix, then at least I'll be happy about it. I mean, we'll have to keep playing more PC games to see. Hope I get to see a rigatoni. Well, right now you're seeing a macaroni right now. Hey, Swoot, how's it going? Welcome to the third reset of this stream because my computer keeps crashing for some reason. I think it's overheating. Um, I did put together a fix, so hopefully we're good. I think we were on the very last boss fight too. Luckily, the Mr. Mew cheese was working pretty well, so we can just pick up from there. All right. If I gotta move the cat camera, I'll move it. We'll see if Tony comes back. All right. What's up, Mac? Oh, Mac's doing some biscuits, some distance biscuits. Some distance biscuits. I got you, Mac. I got you. Look at that. Distance biscuits on the cat cam. You can see both angles. I don't know why he does that. Horrible time for an ad. No! Dude, I would be so upset if one of these times the computer crashes and then it ends up like corrupting some save file or some game save file that I'm like in the middle of.
Money.
You take your time. You take your time, Mac. We'll let Mac finish his distance biscuits. Let's get a close up. Look at this action with this final boss fight music in the background. The final boss biscuits. I have to like hold the the blanket because he keeps pushing it forward and there's nothing to stop it from moving forward. Oh, there's a Tony. Tony, you gonna come up here for the final boss? Check out knockoff Bahamut. Tony. Swoon wants to see you, Tones. Swoon wants to see you. There he is. Oh, rigatoni. Oh, rigatoni. Oh, rigatoni. Oh, rigatoni. Oh, congrats, Swoon. No, don't step. This is why I had the thing on there, so he wouldn't step on the fucking PS4. Glorious, majestic. Stop. Don't step on the PS4. Stop it. Just chill. See, I had this... No! Just chill on the blanket. You don't need to step on the PS4. I should honestly just take the PS4 out. Hold on. I was using it, but we don't have the thing to protect it from him standing on it anymore. Because it might have been the reason of why it was overheating. The computer was overheating. There he is. Actually, let me put the PS4 in the closet just so it's out of the way. Or actually, you know what? There we go. All right. That works. All right. Tony's my good luck charm here for this final boss fight. All right, here we go. Potential final boss of Reynatis. Let's do this. Fingers crossed the computer does not crash anymore. Because that was probably the worst time that the computer could have probably crashed. Alright.
渋谷水没は魔法が見せる幻影か。サンビスメナスポテンティア2。ほらほらほらほら。いろいろあって辛い時にね。オールがあった。本当に救われたよ。一郎さん、ありがとう。マリン君はモータ守るよ。甘い。サンビスメナスポテンティア2。
Is that even gonna hit him from there? No, it did not. I'd imagine this fight would probably be a lot more difficult if I didn't use Ukai. But he's also not doing a lot of crazy shit like some of the other bosses did. Okay, never mind. This is some fucking crazy shit. Like, hello? What the fuck? Dude, I get no invincibility frames on these dodge rolls. This isn't Kingdom Hearts. Alright, dude, come on. You're almost like, you got like next to no health. Alright. Fucking get to him! Mr. Mew's ass! Alright, chapter 33. The Mr. Mew tactic worked. Surprisingly better than, like, most of the other bosses. Well, I also don't think I really used Ukai when I could have in those other scenarios. Dude, Ukai OP? Ukai OP? I also feel like he's not the final boss, but I guess we'll see.
ありがとう、青鬼さん。大丈夫？うん。悪い。眠いわ。
Oh, sweet, I didn't see you redeemed Pet Cat. My bad. Here's your pets.
レナティスはどうなった？
終わったようだな。
俺の仲間は？
気になるか。彼ら彼女たちは魔力を失い、元魔法使いとして生きるだろう。
無事だったんだな。俺の世界に返してくれ。
解放はいいのか。最強はどうする。
もう魔法使いはいないんだろ。
聖杯がいくつあるのか私は知らない。だがこの海を魔力の源泉とする魔法使いの中でお前は最強だ。
条件が多いな。
あとはお前次第。
それで
Lucio, I, as the Master of Masters, have this beautiful Keyblade for you. It has my eye in it.
Wow. Wait, what? Your eyes?
Yeah.
Ew! That's gross!
You think that's gross, do you? Well, take it.
Shut up.
No, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
Shut up.
Thank you for redeeming the Lucio and Mom Shut Up.
なんか道郎さんみたいなことを言う。
早く帰った方がいい。この海は
I didn't realize you would play the video.
この耐え難い匂い。ダムドどもの汚れた魔力によって汚染されてしまったのだ。だがもう汚染は止まるはずだ。いつか元のマレデウスに戻るだろう。お前を選んで正解だった。
俺はあんたの半身だとか。どういうことだ？
I figured it would just be a small soundbite. No, it's all good. Well, now you know.
大丈夫なのか？
What the fuck?
お前の過去を食らって私は生きながらえてきた。善なる魔法の世界を守るために未来を任せよう。
Okay, well, this ending doesn't explain anything then.
マリンくん
切り積み。よ。
寝すぎ。これで助かるよ。
何かあったのか？
ここ汚れちゃったからね。大掃除。
ああ。みんな魔法は？
掃除魔法なんてそもそもないでしょ。ほら手伝って。
奥の部屋お願い。
おう。分かってる。これは多分愛だと思う。
Chapter 33, clear the main story. Alright. I gotta say, very subpar. It's very unfortunate. It's like we never found out why he wanted to be the strongest. He just wanted to be the strongest. And then randomly had to learn about love, and he's like, I found love. But like, again, this feels like they're taking elements from The World Ends With You, because the guy who made this game was a big fan of The World Ends With You, and he was like, I want to do what they did. but you didn't execute it as well as The World Ends With You. I feel like I heard so much about this game before release and then nothing after. Yeah. So the big thing that drew me to this game is that they got permission from Nomura and the creator of The World Ends With You to put in a cameo in the base game from Neo The World Ends With You. So in my mind, I was like, oh shit, like this is not a Square Enix game, but yet they got permission from Square Enix to use one of their properties within this game. So I'm like, this has got to be some like potential foreshadowing to like Kingdom Hearts, because this game takes place in Shibuya, The World Ends With You takes place in Shibuya, Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to take place in Shibuya. Like there's going to be some ultimate crossover. So I was like, well, I got to play this at some point. And then here I've played it, and it's so confusing because like there's so much going on, but nothing ever gets fleshed out, and so it's like visually looks phenomenal. Like it's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. It could be a little easy at times. I don't feel like some of the bosses are pretty difficult, but like the final boss was not difficult at all. Some characters are just here and they don't really add anything to the story, but they're main characters, which doesn't make any sense to me. Nobody really had any like strong presence. Even the main character just felt like he was just tacked on to the story. I think the plus I would say for this game is it's not a super long game. So it doesn't inflate the playtime. So that's one. The World Ends With You content was really fun, honestly. They did a really good job, but like most of it kind of was already like they just took a level from. They took the level from the game and they just put it here. But it was cool to see it nonetheless. There was so much lore about the history of the wizards, and I kind of got so lost in it, and like none of it really mattered. There were moments that happened that we never really got to see much. Like one of the main characters ran away and fought one of the big bosses. Moa went and fought. I can't even remember his name. The other guy that the guy that wanted to give her the chalice. I'm very sad because I had no expectations. So it's not like I had high expectations and they're like all the way down low. I was just like, I had neutral expectations, and then we kind of just like started going down and down and down and down, and we never went back up. And I'm just like, I think we went from like maybe like C, and then we kind of like altered from D to C, D to C, D to C, and then it's like barely like we're at like a C minus. I don't feel like the game was bad. I feel like this probably like it gives me PSP. Like special thanks to Square Enix, Neo The World Ends With You team. It gives me PSP game. That is 100% like the label I can put on this, but calling it a PSP game doesn't even feel justifiable to say. Like it feels like it's a half-baked game, and that Birth by Sleep was on the PSP, and Birth by Sleep had a lot more quality than this. Granted, I don't know the company NIS, if they are maybe a smaller company, maybe a lot of these things like quality stuff couldn't be really like ironed out prior. It's not a bad game. It's just like, I don't know. I guess if anything, for it to have, Crisis Core was also on PSP. I haven't played Crisis Core, but I've heard good things about it. But yeah, I think for Square Enix to kind of be like, oh hey, like I love your proposal to have our characters in your game. I almost feel like that was Square Enix being like, oh yeah, this game's really cool, let's have our characters be in it. Like it would be so worth it to have our name associated with it. Is that supposed to hint at like a sequel? What's going on there? Very high quality game. My first Final Fantasy 2. Oh, Crisis Core? Yeah, the first Final Fantasy I ever played was 10, and it blew me away. I feel like maybe my cleared bonus costumes. How do you change costumes? Outfit selection? Oh, hood removed. Yeah, and also the character just looks so much like the World Ends With You main character, Rindo. Actually, now that I think about it, I haven't played that many PSP games. I've played Birth by Sleep, The Con. That's a fucking, like, I don't think anybody remembers The Con. I've played maybe like one other game on the PSP. I can't remember what it is. I mostly used it for Birth by Sleep. All right. Oh, I guess we can grab this now. Wizard that gives you the eyes of an owl can see items while suppressed. Are you saying that we couldn't see items before? What does that mean? Couldn't see items suppressed. Alright, so then we got these two. Oh wait, is there still another quest? There's still another mission to do. Or is this just the mission that, is this just the final mission? There's commotion everywhere. For the team. I didn't really understand what those words meant when I was younger, but fighting together with you has taught me everything I need to know. So I just want to say thanks. Is that a death flag? Excuse you. Actually, are there any other messages in here? Yeah, I like what they tried to do with this game, but they unknown. They didn't really they kind of missed the mark big time, I feel like. I found it. Who are you? You're a wizard, right? So what if I am? I'll come see you someday. Huh? Unknown has left the group. It's either Sho Minamimoto, or it's hinting at some sort of sequel. Which I would be very surprised if this game ended up getting a sequel. More and more addicts are becoming damned because there's no more rub rum. Is Michiru okay? No one's heard from him. That's worrisome. It's all because I got mad at him. I hope the guild hasn't caught him again. That is a possibility, I guess. Come on, let's trust Mr. Kujira. Alright, so the game's not continuing past the final boss. It's like before anything happened. So this is probably leading me to... I don't even know where it's leading me to. There's no more rub rum anywhere. Maybe it's time I tried to stop. It's mysterious. I used to be a police officer, and now I'm with the MEA. And it's been my goal to eradicate rub rum since it took my sister's life. Was your sister killed by Damned or something? No, she was a rub addict. Why would she do that to herself? I've asked the same question. Not just about my sister, but what I was doing. Why couldn't I save my sister from the swamp? Tough question. So you're fighting to atone for what you couldn't do for your sister? Not social justice? You might be right. So, what's so mysterious? With everything that's happened, and with being a wanted criminal and everything, I still think I can do it. Eradicate Rubrum. My confidence is the mystery, but I think what Doggo said explains it. I'm committed to atonement. I'm so single-minded. Again, these conversations are just like fucking word salad. I've actually been getting Moa's blood for a few years, but I never realized she was a legacy. Can you tell from just blood? I could tell it was denser, but I never thought about why. Foolish of me.
Hi.
Stay alert, it could be damn nearby. There's so many things I can't remember lately. Lapse in my memory. I wonder why. Maybe go see a doctor? Maybe go to a doctor? I don't think it's that serious. Oh, good. It sounds worse when you say things like memory lapse. I'm sure I just need some more sleep, probably. You should splurge, get an expensive room at an internet cafe. Now that's not a bad idea. We also never found out about his dad. Like he mentioned about his dad in the beginning of the game, and then the dad got brought up like halfway and then never again. Why are we here? Is it to go through... Are we to talk to them? We never even got the last of the stuff that we needed. Maybe we gotta go through here. Wait, hold on. Give me Ukai. It's all about the Ukai. Oh, okay, so this is just continuing off of this part of the story. So I don't really even need to do this. Turn to the title screen. Okay. Alright, so I guess the only other quests I have are this side quest. There's this guy, Dominus Forest, but I don't know what forest, so I'm just gonna have to hope that I somehow come across that. And then these letters. But then it's like, do I even want to try? Is it even worth it at this point? Let's, for now... We'll set that, because I don't think that's going to lead us anywhere. No. Let's go back to the church. Let's see what these missions on this computer have. A week after Reynatis, an exhausted Mary continues Owl's work. Wish you would tell me in what order to play these. After Reynatis, chapter 34. It's recommended that you play this after clearing chapter 24, 20. Alright, let's try this one. Do you want to start this episode? It contains content important to the story. Yes. Oh, as Doggo. Yes, sir. Are you unhappy with this decision? Not even a little. This is what I've been wishing for. You finally realize what I'm capable of. What was that noise? I'm finally a squad leader. Took long enough. Now I'll be able to make my own decisions, at least on site. In other words, I can do what I like and get away with it. It's time to finally show the world my way of doing things. They can't deny my style anymore. My squad will have Nishima and Yukai from the old Shirosaki squad. Funny, but I feel like... Okay, that went too fast. I could not read that. First things first, we need to exterminate the stray wizards infesting the city. These guys are tough.
俺が言っても仕方ないか。
君魔法使いだよね。ここで何をしているの？
何って、アプリを見て、まあただの野じ馬。
狩られるのはどんな魔法使いだろうって？
俺帰っていいよね。
もしかして知り合い？心配で来てみた？
勝手に作るなよ。
ごめんね。仕事なの。確認だけど、君はレプリカかな？もしかしてダムド？もしそうなら治療施設紹介するよ。
は？
So is this the fight where instead of 1v3, it's 3v1?
ダムドか、それともギルドか。ほらガキ、撃ってこい。放て、解放だ。
先輩、そこまで。
威嚇と挑発は違法だよな。でも乗ってやる。
手応えありそうじゃねえか。
Are they doing the fight without me seeing it? What? I can't fight? What the hell? Is this supposed to be an alternative scenario if we lose instead of winning? The one I beat today, Marin, was also quite the opponent. Doggo, you're strong. And I'm quite a sight to see, too. Of course, we of the MEA are always training. We've got to keep the shield strong so that we can protect the citizens. You're something else yourself. Why not join us? Doggo. My new position lets me do stuff like this, scouting for recruits that might be hidden in the city. Or at least it should. Okay. Is he on our team now? What the hell? I want Ukai. I just want to cheese his Ukai. Where am I going? Where do I need to go? I have no idea if overwriting it will do anything. I guess it's the same save file. I have no idea. My squad's great work garnered us some attention. I was quickly rewarded with a commandment. In no time flat, I was the ace of the magic task force. How do you like them apples? All right, I say we have ourselves a victory celebration after a patrol. It's time to treat ourselves. Huh? That's... Huh? Building on our momentum, our squad even succeeded in defeating Sugami. And finally, May 13th arrived. Soku Makabe, head of the guild, came to Shibuya. We defeated him and his monsters after a fierce battle at the Scramble Crossing. My squad's mediocrity, so it worked out well with Kizurumi as the owl. This means... that finally, since I fulfilled the MEA's founding mission of destroying the guild, I was made captain of the Magic Task Force. Don't think you can get away with this. Whining from poor losers is music to my ears. What the hell is going on? Why did I have to be level 20 to do any of this? Nothing is happening. We did it, squad leader. Sure did. Let's have our usual victory celebration. The karaoke bar again? Again? Is this the world of adults? Do they have soda fountains? Is this like a dream? Is this a dream in Doggo's dreams? I feel like I finally recovered from being set back. Now that's something you don't say very often. Do you mean how you failed to become a starter on the rugby team? No, it's a different tale. A story about what inspired me to join the MEA. Oops, I shouldn't bring down the mood. Come on, let's go out there and enjoy the city. There's no more guild after all. You're from back then. Did you do something again? This guy got involved in another incident as soon as he got out of the facility. Sounds like he attacked the security company that caught him. Guess he held a grudge. Oh, so you joined the MEA. No wonder you weren't there. Perfect timing. I already repaid the rest of your company for what you did to me, and now it's your turn. He's the robber I apprehended when I was still working at a security company before the MEA. I had to use my magic to beat that guy. When the company found out, I had no choice but to leave. My coworkers were all good guys at heart, but you wouldn't know it the way they looked at me back then. As for this guy, which was when he attacked me, next thing I knew, I was punching the living daylights out of that guy. Alright, can we not, like, do anything? We have all these attacks, all these characters, we can't do nothing? How could you do such a thing, doggo? He's been transported to an affiliate hospital, but that was pretty serious. What happened? I'm disappointed in you, doggo. Huh? Wait, you guys saw that too, didn't you? How could you attack someone who wasn't resisting? Have you forgotten the MEA's protocols?
What?
Wasn't resisting? Protocol? Huh. Then everything started unraveling. This has to be a dream. You fool. You lily-livered, yellow-bellied, good-for-nothing boneheads. I told you it was self-defense. At the end of my rope, I challenged Kaido to a fight. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we get to fight Kaido. God, I'm like doing no damage to him. Why are my attacks so weak?
やるな。
これでノーサイドだな。
けあいにく俺は紬とは違う。レガシーには奥の手があるのでな。あるぜらん。
And he beat me in a flash. You know, doggo, I do appreciate one thing you did for me. Hold on, let me go get water. I'll be right back. You can look at the cats. All right. Actually got a little offer from the guild. Thanks to you taking down Makabe, I can now be the guild's leader. So I'm done with the MEA. It's time for my triumphant return to Shibuya. Damn it, in the end I couldn't even protect the city. Huh? Where is this?
な
The shield that protects the citizens is the strongest, isn't it? What?
あ。おう。
You're right. You're exactly right. Kizuzumi. Oh my god.
やるしかない。
I have to do it. We've got to keep the shield strong so that we can protect the citizens.
めよ、本部壊滅か。ギルド復帰の手土産だ。残りは全て俺が倒す。I'm surprised that was a 5-star. I didn't feel like that was that good. Well, I can't say that Nightmare was all bad. So it was a dream? He was just dreaming this whole time?
なんだこれは。
Where is this? Duggo, it's rare to catch you in a nap. Yeah, it's not like me at all. Well, what a weird side story. Oh, it was recommended that you play this after clearing chapter 20, not being at level 20. It says recommended level is level 80. Hold on. Why was his attack so weak? It's level 6. 3. I guess, yeah, his attacks haven't been as powered up. We haven't found any of his other wizards. But wait, there's no indicator that we completed it, though. Merry Christmas, Ed Owl. Alright. It's after chapter 24. 24. Alright, I guess we'll do this one. Wait, actually, what did the descriptor say of, Duggo experiences a strange world. After the death of Chief Shirazaki, Duggo, not Saria, is the one who takes over as the squad leader. Duggo is very enthusiastic, but... I don't know what that word is. I've never seen that word before. From shortly before the events of the main story, Saria acquires information about another and tries to go by herself, however.
Nishijima ちゃんはより良い社会のために何かしたいわけよ。それは魔力があってもなくても変わらない。最初は個人的な復讐だったけど、途中からはマジモンの正義の味方に変貌したね。
ルブルムの工場をぶっ壊した時か。
そう、その通り。でも天気がその前にも一度あった。俺も巻き込まれてさ。聞きたがれ。
じゃあ聞くよ。
ほんともう。西島ちゃんは上から煙たがられていた。夜な夜な堂上副長官を待ち伏せしていたんだ。
ご苦労様です。
提案書の件。
はい。ご検討いただきましたか。
まずカイドウ隊長を通すこと、そう言ったでしょ。
カイドウ隊長は検討に値しないとのご判断です。
そう。蔓延するルブルムの撲滅はあなたが生まれる前からの懸案です。関連省庁、都庁、警察と連携しながら対策を検討中。近々何らかの発表ができるでしょう。それまでは静かにしていなさい。
はい。
仕事熱心なのは素晴らしい。でもあなたは組織の一員。それは忘れないでね。
はい。いつまで検討するんですか。
西島ちゃん、情報が入った。
鵜飼さん、素晴らしいです。DM ください。
Games can be tracked, so I prefer to talk to you in person. Let's meet in front of 109.
西島ちゃんはルブルムを憎んでいた。諸悪の根源、魔法薬ルブルム。摂取すれば気分が晴れる多幸感。 万能感が得られる。なんとも楽しげな効能だが、それは残りの人生と引き換えだ。
Tony, what are you doing?
実に多く
Why,
の
it's
ものを
Mac.
奪う。彼女は姉を奪われ、家族を壊された。
Reinvestigating the camera. At least we won't get in trouble for fighting now. I'm like looking everywhere for like the remaining wizards. I mean, I guess we still have 5% malice. So it's probably not going to be able to get everything until we do the side missions.
そうだった。でもほら、あなたたちはやりすぎるから。
何かと言えばすぐ殺すメアがそれ言う？
もう夜中だよ。家に帰りなさい。
命令されちゃったよ。メアが頼りないから俺たち自警団が命張ってるんだからさ。少しは感謝してほしいな。
彼女の姉、西島リリカは自警団に殺された。
鵜飼さん。
西島ちゃん、手伝って。
もちろん。攻撃開始。
西島ちゃん、変わるぞ。最高の結果だろう。どうせなら完全にモンスター化してほしいよな。人間らしさが残っているとやりにくくてしょうがない。
わかります。勝っても心が削られるというか。
それな。宮下パークの北にフォグがある。呪文はルブルムルブルム愛しのルブルム。
What is that spell?
完全にふざけてますね。
ルブルム漬けの脳みそじゃその程度しか覚えられないのさ。
というと、
フォグの場所と呪文は中毒者の間で囁かれている情報だ。その森ではルブルムがタダでもらえるらしい。フォグの出現はおそらく時間限定。メアに知られたと分かれば速攻で消えるだろうな。
スピード勝負ですね。
一人で行くなよ。
もちろん仲間がいますから。情報ありがとうございます。
西島ちゃんはルブルム工場につながりそうな情報を集めていた。だからちょっと手を貸してやったんだ。情報収集は得意だからね。
Okay. What I'm picking up on... Alright, hold on.
ルブルムルブルム愛しのルブルム。ルブルムルブルム。
So what this is giving me...
ルブルムルブルム愛しのルブルム。ダメだ。ほんと不愉快な呪文。
Alright. What this is giving me is what Final Fantasy 15 and Breath of the Wild did, where they give you the main story, but certain elements are removed for you to experience after at like a later point. And so ideally, it probably would have been better that you went through these missions like before I beat the game. But a lot of them are set that you have to be like level 80 and above. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to be level 80 until the end of the game. So I'm like, okay, well, I won't touch any of these until afterwards. But now there's additional content that I was like, gee, it sure would have been nice to experience these, because I felt like I was getting a half-baked game. But here we are with the additional story bits expected to be experienced at the end of the game. How does that make any sense? At least with like Breath of the Wild, you could miss the story beats, but you could still find them when you go through and, you know, play the game. Final Fantasy 15, you had to pay for it. So I guess in this is the middle of the road where it's like they didn't put it during the actual game, but you didn't have to pay for it. It's all free, so I guess that's a plus. And it's actually in the game, unlike Final Fantasy 15, where like half the DLC got canceled. And then on top of that was also information that was in an anime and in a movie. I always say that, like, you know, I'll support Kingdom Hearts till the day I die. But the one thing is that Kingdom Hearts has never split up one specific game's story into so many different avenues like 15 did. Like, if you were to tell me that in order to understand the entire story of Kingdom Hearts 3, I would have had to have watched an anime, an additional movie, and then there would have been 8 DLC packs afterwards, I would have been like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, why the fuck did they do that? Like, under no circumstance would I ever defend that sort of decision with, even with Kingdom Hearts. Like, that's too much. Now watch, they're gonna do that with Kingdom Hearts 4, I bet. I'm gonna eat my fucking words. I mean, I would be lying to say if I wouldn't be excited for an anime. But I just hope that it's like Union Cross or something. Or like a retelling of events like from like, I don't know. I mean, I guess we don't really need to re-experience the events of KH1 again for like whoever knows how many times it's been. We have what, one Chain of Memories recoded. Technically Melody of Memories in a way. When in doubt, just do Kingdom Hearts 1 over again for the 5th time. See, now this makes more sense when she said that she went into the forest once before. And we never got any additional information as to when or how that happened. And now we get to see it. But, you know, I feel like it's a little too late. Okay, so never mind then.
でもそれは調査済みのギルドでさえ存在を忘れて放置しているようなアナザーというよりはこっち側の延長にあるような森だ。あの日西島ちゃんは一人で森に入った。何があるかいるかもわからない。アナザーの未知の森に。バカだよな。
Okay, so this is not the first instance, so there's been another instance beyond this.
噂通り本当にこの森でルブルムが配られるなら、そのルブルムはどこから運ばれてくるのか。もしかすると工場へと続く道が見つかるかもしれない。そんなことを思いながら進んだらしい。
制圧する。任務完了。完璧。いや。攻撃開始。任務完了。完璧。制圧する。任務完了。完璧。
Usually there's an item whenever there's like a big space like this. I guess not this time.
ダムドだな。
やめ。
攻撃開始。無事だ。そうだね。そこまで行くと任務完了。この森は何？制圧する。任務完了。完璧。制圧する。任務完了。完璧。攻撃開始。任務完了。完璧。制圧する。任務完了。完璧。攻撃開始。任務完了。完璧。制圧する。任務完了。完璧。
make sure that Tony wasn't behind me before I scooted back. My butt hurts. All right. I think the goal of the rest of this stream, I might try to do that other quest that was also aimed to be level 24, and then probably call it a night there, and do the rest of the quests that are on the computer. I guess collect the rest of the wizards, because I assume there's probably going to be like an achievement for that. The side quests. Well, I'm assuming most of that stuff we could probably complete. Could probably complete tomorrow. I don't feel like there's much content in the game left to really experience, so I feel like the stream that we'll have tomorrow should be enough time to finish everything else.
やっぱりお一人様じゃないの。
仲間の都合がつかなくて。
そんなのいないくせに。
You don't have any.
見くびらないでください。来てくれて助かりました。ありがとうございます。
そう来なくちゃ。
仮にダムド牧場だとして、増やしてどうするんですかね。
そうだな。町に放てば、メアが忙しくなる。ギルドは動きやすくなる。俺に思いつくのはそんなところだな。
では、減らしましょ
う。応援呼ぶ暇はなさそうだね。
攻撃開始。
了解。
The Ukai strat. Here we go. Ukai strat. Ukai strat. What? How did that not get my thing?
ロンドカフェ。
会うのは5年ぶりかな。不思議。怒りも悲しみも全然消えてないや。私はあなたを許さない。許すものか。
Is this the guy that sold her sister the rub rum?
攻撃を開始する。最高の結果だろ。こいつ俺たちを助けてくれたよな。
気のせいです。鵜飼さん、私いっぱいいっぱいです。出直しましょう。
大賛成。とまあその日はこんな感じでさ。後日。
Oh, I forgot that he was telling a story.
始末書と説教の日々を迎えるのはまた別の話。ともあれ、仇討ちを果たしたこの事件は西島ちゃんの大きな転機だったと思うんだよな。
最後のダムだは何だったんだ。ロンドカフェとかなんとかの。
Female part-time employee dies in coffee shop fight. Owner flees. A fight broke out between an employee and a customer at the popular Rondo Cafe in Harajuku around 3 p.m. on March 3rd. At this incident, Rurika Nishijima, 19, a part-time worker at the coffee shop, was beaten in the head and seriously injured and was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead about 2 hours later. According to the Harajuku police station of the Metropolitan Police Department, the 3 customers, including suspect Koiki Kadoka, 33, are self-proclaimed members of the City Watch. 3 people were arrested in the act on suspicion of manslaughter. The owner of the coffee shop, meanwhile, disappeared after the incident, and the police are trying to track him down for questioning. Coffee shop fight incident, suspects not charged, May 15th, 2019. Coffee shop fight incident, arrested man not charged, killed woman and owner regularly used rub rum. Kokai Koda, 33, a suspect arrested on suspicion of manslaughter in the fight that took place on May 3rd at the Rondo Cafe in Harajuku, Tokyo, has been dropped from the case. Kadoda testified that a fight broke out when he tried to report Daigo Kurisu, 23, the coffee shop manager, and Rurika Nishimi, 19, a part-time worker, to the MEA for the regular use of magical drug rub rum. The suspect, Kurisu, is still missing.
この事件がきっかけで西島ちゃん警察官になって、そこから流れてメアに入隊したわけだ。
わかりやすい人だな。
シンプルだから強いのさ。
マリン君、鵜飼さん。お疲れのところ悪いんだけど、手を貸してくれない？渋地下でダムドが暴れてるの。
いいよ、行こう。何？
いつも恩着せがましいのに。
その方がいいなら。
いいはずないでしょ。ほら、行こ
う。なんか暑くて羨ましいわ。
All right. Actually, I think there was one. It's recommended to play this after clearing Sari's Revenge. So actually, let's do that one then. And this will be the last one. It says recommended level is 99.
ケーラの後にウィザード鑑賞なんてどう？
いいですね。そうしましょう。
俺の意見聞け。反対。大反対。
ケーラ、始めます。まず、スクランブル交差点まで。
Hold on, I've got a message. The guild's movements are worrisome. Be careful, Sari. From Ruriki Nishima, my sister. No way. Is this a prank? Are you serious? Are you saying Ace of the Magic Task Force actually does pranks? Oh, you mean that? Your sister's a big deal. My sister's alive? That's right. After I came into my magic, I was inspired by her who had become an MEA officer, and for some reason I felt like she was dead. There's something wrong with me? Another one. You always take so long to reply after putting me on red. I told you to respond faster. Is something wrong? I'm not surprised. She'd have high expectations of her family too. Sorry, I guess my memory's just a little mixed up. That should do it. Huh? Trust your instincts. Rurika. Rurika? It's her again. I've been anxious about the aftermath of the trafficking ring we brought down, and now I'm stuck in meetings at HQ all day. I'll be leaving, keeping Shibuya safe to you. Oh, I heard that ring was pretty big. Apparently they used a normal coffee shop at their base. Even made use of their employees too. We need to keep an eye out to see if any of their stragglers made a move. Do you mind if I head back to HQ real quick? Did something happen? I'm just a little curious about something. You know what? Never mind. Next Stream Square, right? Next is Stream Square, right? Stream Square looks pretty peaceful. Business as usual. The City Watch is still doing their thing. Hold on. We've got an urgent report from HQ. Witnesses of trafficking crimes become Stage 2 damned during investigation and is attacked. Stage 2, that's basically a monster. We should hurry. Alright, no whiz art that I can see. You there?
Kimi?
Yes, you. It's dangerous here. So, the general public has been advised to evacuate towards Shibuya Station. I'm fine. I get it.
Marin-kun.
You get it? Anyway, Marin, just head towards the station. Let's hurry. Marin, huh? Shoot it. It doesn't belong in this world. That voice. The Magic Task Force support squad has been wiped out. Captain Nishishima has been killed. Rurika died? No, Nishishima. Don't let the Stage 2 damned escaped.
What?
They defeated the Magic Task Force Ace? That's way too strong for a Stage 2. Not again. Even now, I couldn't save Rurika. This is...
Nishijima-san.
You're Marin, right? Marin? I met your sister earlier. She told me to tell you something. Beat them again.
No.
She was a great sister.
So.
Yeah, I'm proud that she was my sister. So it was you, Nishishima? You're the one who got my sister addicted to rub rum in the real world. And even in the stream, you had to kill my sister again and turn it into a nightmare. I will beat you again, just like I beat you back then. But I'm not alone. The entire squad will defeat you. I don't really get it, but now you're talking. Be careful, everyone. The doggo tactic! Or not doggo, the ukai tactic! Actually, we'll finish it off with... Oh, I can't go back to sorry. Oh! We'll finish it off with sorry. This is her dream after all. She'll let Ukai take all the credit. Even though I made him do like 80% of the work anyways. Thank you, Rurika. Because of you, I was able to beat him. I'm waking up from a nightmare, but I'm sad for some reason. I guess I wanted to see you again, even if it is in my dreams. Who did I want to see? Are you dozing off here? You watch me sleep? Stop that.
Huh?
Are you kidding? I don't know why, but I felt like messing with you. Alright. How many more of these do we have? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. 6 in total. Let's save. Alright. Then let's exit. Alright. Well, we beat the game. And it was a game. It's, I don't know. I feel like I've got to have to sit on it for the night and then parse through my thoughts and see what I really think of it. It's oh no. Hold on. Tony might be making an appearance here. Oh no, never mind. Sometimes he'll jump on the top of my chair, but he decided not to. What's up, Tones? He's like, what are you doing? Stop. Pay attention to me. But yeah, I gotta say, I think I'm just at a loss for words, kinda. Because, like, I had no expectations going into this, right? So, with no expectations, could I say that I was truly disappointed? I mean, I could say that. But it's like, what was I expecting in a way? I don't know. I wasn't expecting anything. I didn't have any expectations. I guess my mindset is, I think most games, I kind of feel like have a standard, right? And I'm like, I don't feel like this game really met, like, I feel like it did the bare minimum. And I feel bad because, like, I'm not really one to bash games. That's mostly of where I'm conflicted here. I'm not really one to talk shit about games. And I feel bad talking shit about this game because it's not a bad game, but it's not, like, a great game either. But I'm trying to, like, parse together what I'm feeling right now. And it kind of feels a little bit of how I felt like with Neo, The World Ends With You, where it was like, the game was okay, but it wasn't like, it didn't have that impact, right? There's nothing about this at the end of the day that had like substance in equivalent to other games of the same genre. And it's like, should I expect that? Am I thinking too highly of this type of game when maybe the story is just sort of like this is par for the course, you know? Because, like, I can tell that there's passion behind the project for sure, but like I kind of wish there was a little bit more sort of sauce to it. And it was just kind of that. It's kind of like it was a good meal, but it could have used some sauce, some seasonings, some spices. It could have used a little bit just more, you know, to just push it over, to push it to a good spot. But it just didn't have that. I don't know if it's more of like, this is the creator's first time making a game, and so the budget was low. And at that point, it's like, I guess I kind of understand that. I feel like there's more research I need to do into like the backstory of this game, because there's just something about it where I'm like, something about this doesn't feel right. Like something about this doesn't sit right with me. And I feel like there's probably a reason behind it. I think that's why. I think I'm trying to reserve any full judgment until I have a better scope of the development of this game. Because again, I don't want to talk shit in case this game ends up like there was like a turbulent development. There was more stuff they wanted to do, but maybe like someone held back the creative team and that this is what they were defaulted to do. So I'm gonna hold off. I'm probably gonna look into this more now that I'm not worried about potential spoilers since I've beaten the game. And then probably come back tomorrow with my thoughts. And then we'll see if we can complete the rest of this game. Actually, let me see. Yeah, Tony. I'm almost done with stream, I promise. I want to look at the achievements. See, how many people get the achievement for beating the game? 16% of players. Okay. So, okay. So we have one for... We don't have too many left. There's 4 that are hidden. That I can't see. So reporting in. View a report for the first time. Okay. I don't know if I have a report. So that'll be pretty easy. Purchase 10 items from the vending machine. Okay, that'll be pretty easy. Won the battle after trending at number 1. Okay. We could do that. Clear all side quests. We'll do that tomorrow. Purchase all product types from the Babushka Woods. Okay. Max out Marin's level and Wizard. Okay, we could do that. More likely be able to get to level 99 for sure. Max out everyone's levels. Okay. Check all your messages, view all the reports. Honestly, this could probably be the first game I 100% on Steam. Because there's nothing here that's like, wow, that's really dumb. I don't want to do that. I could probably get 100% on this. I'm at 70% right now. And then there's the 4 that are hidden, which we'll have to see what that's about. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to see this game through. I'm going to, like a meal, like any meal, regardless if it's a bad meal or not, I will always finish the plate. I will eat every bite of it, consume everything that there is to consume, and then walk away saying that like I did 100% of that game. I did everything about it. And so my opinion, I feel like, could be the most like, I did everything this game offered, and this is what I walked away from. But yeah, so I feel like tomorrow will be the last Reynatis stream. So make sure to check back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's hope that moving the blanket away from the back of the computer, because maybe the laptop was overheating and that's why it kept turning off. Hopefully that fixed it. We'll see if tomorrow's stream goes off without a hitch. I kind of feel like that was a given. I don't know why I didn't think about that first in just moving the blanket. Seems kind of silly that wasn't the first thing I tried to do, but yeah, so we'll be back at 8 p.m. tomorrow. We'll wrap up the rest of what's left to do in the game. And then Tuesday, we'll move on to Tears of the Kingdom. Do a brand new save file on Tears of the Kingdom, and then see how far along we can get with the strategy guide. Which I'm super excited for, because I have not played a game with the strategy guide in a very long time. And I want to see if playing an open world Zelda with a strategy guide might change my opinion on open world Zeldas, because I am generally not a fan of open world Zeldas. But Tears of the Kingdom, I started it, I never finished it. That's kind of been this whole start to streaming, is to knock out a lot of games that I started, or a lot of challenges I've started and never accomplished. Kingdom Hearts 3 on critical mode, beating all of the bosses between Birth by Sleep and a Fragmentary Passage. The Pokemon stuff was just sort of filler to fill in, so I'm not just getting my ass beat every single week. So there was a bit of a distraction there. And I did want to play Pokemon for a bit, but I do feel like I was getting to the point where I was getting a little burnt out about playing Pokemon, and I was thinking about dropping it and swapping it to something else. But then it kind of worked out where we took that 3-week break, and then I was like, well, you know what? We're gonna play Reynatis nonstop anyways, so let this be the pivot to where we kind of put Pokemon off to the side until the new Legends games comes out, and then we'll come back to Pokemon probably in like around October. And then I'm still playing it though. I'm just playing it off stream, so I'm still achieving the goal of catching all the Pokemon. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll bring it back if we have any more like oddball challenges where it's like we need a break from it and give us sort of a something else to look at for a little bit. But yeah, but I think but from there, Tuesday, Thursdays, starting next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be playing Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not sure how long it's going to take us. It's probably going to be quite a bit. So that'll be a couple streams of that. And then when that is over, we'll spin the wheel and then see what new game we get to play afterwards. On that note, thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who watched live, everyone who watched the VODs, everyone who watched on YouTube, everyone who watches on Twitch. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. Make sure to check out the links in my bio for ways to support me, all my socials, and the different projects that I'm working on. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the final stream of Reynatis. All right. Goodbye.